Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where we play games while talking game design.
Because that's what the cool kids do.
That is what we do.
So we're back playing more Flat Kingdom Papers Cut Edition.
It's like the Director's Cut Edition. Did you get it? Oh, look at me, I'm sitting down. Alright, so if you didn't catch the first episode, go back and watch it, because we're just going to go now. Okay, alright. Immersion, he's selling hearts in case I'm hurt. Let's talk to him. Oh, there, welcome to the best store in Flat Kingdom. Want to buy some hearts? Only 200 gold coins. There's gold coins. No, I'm poor.
Well, that's a real shame. You're lost, kiddo.
I don't believe you. Oh.
So that's not hearts to replenish your health. I think that's hearts
permanent health?
Yeah.
Got it.
Because it's very like traditional level system where there's like 100 coins in each level. I could be wrong. I don't totally remember, but I think that's kind of the idea.
Could be. I've always felt weird about increased health in platformers and those types of adventure games. We've had this conversation. Yeah. You don't agree.
I don't disagree necessarily. I feel like it all is dependent on how it's done.
Precisely. I just don't think it was done in Legend of Zelda very well. Anyway, moving on. Oh, okay. The thief stole the royal jewel. Please go after him. All right. And I got that coin you're talking about. Is this enough, guy? Can I buy a thing with? Oh, no.
No.
Whatever. Oh, look at that. You're telling me I got a double jump. I feel like that's kind of redundant at this point.
Oh, it's absolutely redundant. So, you hear that sound right now?
Yes.
So, I know what that is, and it's up ahead. And this is super, super minor, right? But that sound is grating. Like, it's kind of annoying. And the fact that it's triggered before we can even see those arrows hitting that block. My first reaction when that happened was I thought that I broke the game.
Oh. I don't know. Actually, when I first heard it, my first response was like, all right, something's ahead. It's kind of, actually, I feel like that's kind of typical, though.
I guess that's fair.
All right, so if I'm square, this won't hurt me. Or it will hurt me. If it hits me in the back, I'll be fine.
You just need to be square. I agree, though, that it's a little counterintuitive.
It looks like it's hurting him, though, right?
It looks like it's hurting him, but it's also showing that the arrow's breaking. And I think that's the important detail that they want you to see. But he is making the hurt face. Yeah.
Kind of funny. No, just for some reason when that was happening, it reminded me of, oh, there we go. It reminded me of, like, Mega Man being able to only have, like, 3 shots on the stage at once.
Ooh, actually, go back a little bit. I do really see that flag in the foreground and how it has that blur effect? Oh, so good. I like that.
Well done.
Depth of field in games. Really, there should be some depth of field effects in the background, too, if they really wanted to sell that. But I think that will make games look so polished in their aesthetic if you use depth of field right. Because it has that, like, camera lens feel to it. It just it feels so good whenever I see it.
Alright.
Did you know there's a beach nearby? I'd love to go someday. Thanks buddy.
Crazy guy.
I repaired the ceiling with this wooden plank, but something really heavy might break it again.
Oh. Something heavy, you say? Okay.
You mean something like me? Oh. I guess it was 2D until,
It happened earlier, too, at the table.
Oops.
I found a thing.
The nature of the Flat Kingdom. In this world, everything has a primary shape: circle, square, or triangle. Geometry and shapes govern all, and no one will question it. As such, it is my duty as a researcher to study it until I crack its secrets. There are no absolute truths. There are no unquestionable principles in this world. There's something more.
Okay, cool.
Like spheres, cubes, and pyramid, I guess? Triangular, prisms.
Hi. Thief or no thief, I gotta clean this floor. There are no small missions, see? Only small soldiers.
Can you believe it? This is my very first assignment as a royal guard. They even gave me a broom.
Aw.
What a happy guy. You're not using that broom right, though, I hate to tell you.
I wish she was like sweeping it with the wooden handle. Hi, buddy.
Oh, don't distract me with little details, please. Everything must be ready for the royal banquet. That is a royal banquet indeed.
This is my table now.
So, how do you feel about all of these characters to interact with? Some of them don't seem like they're really giving the player anything useful, and then there are others that kind of give you hints.
Okay, so there's actually, did want to talk about this. There's a little bit of a interesting flip in narrative here. So the very first thing we see, right, is that there's like the pop-up book, and then there's some dialogue to go along with it. And then after that, you have this narrative with the king where he's actually talking to you and having text speech, and obviously he's wording and showing that way. But then when they try to show you mechanically how to do things, they only show you past instances of this character's flat memory, and that has no words to it. And then we get to this guy who's telling me physically how to break this block, and then we have the sign also telling me how to break the block. So there's just a tad bit of redundancy there.
I really agree with that. So much so that I feel as though that first room in that first area in the castle, I feel like the tutorial should have actually ended there, and kind of left some of these other things for the player to figure out on their own. Yep. Things like the arrows, I think that it's a little less intuitive. It's not so obvious that will protect you, like turning into a square will protect you from getting hit by arrows. Because why would you think that until you know that? And we'll see this later, that we find out square beats triangle, triangle beats circle, and circle beats square. I think I said that right.
actually, we can find out right now, because if you,
they're going to talk about it in the tutorial too, but
okay. I'm still going to bring it up.
Yeah, no, that's totally
it's pretty cool, because when you go to how to play, you expect some other stuff,
some like lengthy text.
Yeah, and this is what you get.
I actually do really like this too. It's simple. It says everything it needs to. You don't have to like chug through paragraphs of text of over explaining things. And especially it's well done too, because humans are visual creatures. We understand and interpret images, I think it was close to like 10 times, maybe more, faster than we do with text.
Oh.
And so from a design standpoint, like, this is why, what are they, instruction manuals from like IKEA, while IKEA is still a pain in the ass to put together for their furniture, their instruction manuals actually tend to work very well because people understand images. Think you need to be square?
Right. Oh.
And then the other one, I think you need to be triangle.
I need to change on it? Oh, no, I just need to... Okay, that makes sense. So, okay, I had to be the thing to pull the lever?
I mean, you could see the shape on the lever, yeah.
I was just confused because I thought,
where do you think you're going?
The worst character.
Save the princess, don't make me laugh. Look at this. Hey, by the way, are you looking for this? Look at this plot is happening right now.
I actually really like the design of this character.
With the knight of the power, with the well, I don't know what I'm saying. With the power of the jewels, I will make the flat kingdom fall.
What a jerk.
I'm Hex, the Shadowborn.
Oh, well, that
also a fox. Remember, the terrible things will happen will get to you if you're in my way. I said that really wrong, so don't do anything reckless and stay here. Despite the princess's kicking legs.
She could have helped,
I don't really understand why he captured the princess. I feel like his primary objective was to steal the gems.
Yeah,
Maybe he was doing it as a distraction?
Maybe, but at this point... Like, I gotta, switch between square and circle.
I'm not usually a fan of those things. I actually saw a similar design of, like, having those trails where you need to go, whoa, in Thomas Was Alone. But I do think it's important that they did it just to be like, you can do this, by the way. You're gonna use this later. Beware, beyond this point, there will be different shaped enemies that will try to harm you.
Interesting that they warned you when an enemy was showing up. I feel personally like that goes against the principal idea of design, only because thinking of Mario 1-1 World 1-1, you know when a bad guy is the moment you see them.
Especially, it's always given, an enemy is given to you in the context of like it's okay to fail. you get hurt by it, you lose a heart, and you go, I should not do that. You get hit by enemies. I agree. I think that, I mean, you could have, did that text appear right away automatically when you passed it, or was it a trigger?
I had to pull it up. In fact, it was actually a small Y.
Okay, so I guess the idea is that you really don't need, if you don't want to, you could just skip everything right now. You don't have to read any text. It's only there for the player that feels the need to delve deeper to get more information. Now...
That's fair. Circle, square, triangle. Triangle be circle.
I do think that the tutorial really pushes things hard. It's like, okay, I get it. You don't need to keep telling me.
Well, I mean, now I've got to find out. Ah, okay.
No.
Whoever thought so. All right. And get to fight some circle enemies here.
Boink, boink.
And then now I get to change back into circle, get these rewards. There's a thing up there.
There's still no thing up there. Gimme. I think that's a gate.
Oh, okay.
I think it was closed when you...
I did not realize. Or it closes now. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so I need to jump up there using circle and then change to triangle.
And this is very much basically what the enemies are for at least the first...
These are triangle.
2 worlds. So now they're teaching you, square beats triangle. It's another mode of like, okay, we get it. We're both so slow.
Sorry, that was funny. I think I would have had it made it to where you just like accidentally fell on it or something, and then that would have showed you that square beats triangle.
That would have been kind of fun. Although I feel as though it would have been easy for players to miss it if that happened.
Oh man. Oh, so
you're gonna die.
The hitboxes are. I wasn't expecting to.
Well, you died. Game over. Good job.
Retry? Where do we retry at?
All the way back here.
Oh no. Well,
this is a good point to end the episode anyway. We'll get back to the end of the tutorial.
I was gonna keep running ahead now.
There. So now that we've actually seen, well, maybe the question of the day should be about the tutorial. Maybe we should talk about the redundancies and if, if it was necessary, or maybe even how they would. Actually, you know what? Let's make the question of the day. How would you design the tutorial for this game? We've gotten a grasp of all the mechanics of the game. Not much changes from here. There are a few more things that'll happen in later levels, but we've gotten the core of everything. So if you were given the chance, how would you design the tutorial for this game?
Good. Yeah. Solid.
Hey.
I'd do it by pushing this block over. Ugh.
And if you like this series so far, be sure to give these videos a like or subscribe to us. And if you want to see more of Flat Kingdom, vote for it, or one of these other 2 games in the voting section, because we will play that next.
Vote for that stuff. Oh, come on. Oh, it's already pushed. I knew that. Till next time.
Bye, everyone.